Humanistic theory is an approach to development that examines the whole person, taking into consideration all aspects of human existence and the uniqueness of all individuals. The basic beliefs of humanism include that people are generally good, have almost limitless potential, and all persons are unique individuals. Abraham Harold Maslow, 1908 to 1970. Maslow is best known for his hierarchy of needs, which is a theory in psychology that ranks human needs in order of importance. So Maslow believed that people are motivated to meet certain basic needs and that some needs take precedence over others. So has made a major contribution to teaching and classroom management is schools. Abraham Maslow has been called the father of humanistic psychology not only because he created the hierarchy of needs, but also because he organized one of the first meetings of human psychologists. Importance of humanistic theory in human development. Humanistic theory is important in human development because it focuses on potential for healthy development and the importance of self-actualization and personal growth. Self-actualization, personal experience, social change, upholding rights and dignity, self-discovery. The importance of individual subjective experience, free will, personal responsibility, and self-determination. Self-actualization. Self-actualization, according to Abraham Harold Maslow, self-actualization, everyone has an inborn drive to reach their full potential. However, to achieve this, basic needs must be met first, known as the hierarchy of needs or Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Hierarchy of needs is a pyramid of 5 levels: the physiological needs, safety needs, love and belongingness needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Physiological needs. So at the bottom of Maslow's pyramid are physiological needs, which entail air, food, shelter, warmth, and water. So a human being can only survive without air, specifically oxygen, for about 3 minutes, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. Thus, according to the hierarchy of needs, these basic life requirements must first be met before moving up the pyramid to higher level needs. These needs include sleep, excretion, and staying mostly in a state of homeostasis as well. The next level up is security needs, which include insurance, safety, steady job. So above is delineated how a human being meets the basic requirements of day-to-day living in this world. So these include not only the security of the physical body but also of employment and property. Love and belongingness needs. We see that the bottom 2 pyramid levels deal a lot with merely surviving on this harsh planet. At the next level are the social needs of belonging, family, love. Above are them needs, but technically, a human being does not need them to survive. These include meaningful friendships and close family bonds which last for many years. Esteem needs, the second level from the top, includes the 2 esteem needs of accomplishment and the self-worth. Self-actualization needs, which are the top of the hierarchy, focus on realizing your full potential. People who are working towards meeting these needs are looking for self-fulfillment and personal growth. Importance highlights the positive aspects of human nature. It focuses on personal growth and self-improvement, education, therapy, and personal development. Application in therapy, therapists provide a supportive environment that helps clients explore their feelings and thoughts. In education, teachers encourage students to take responsibility for their learning and to develop their own interests and abilities.
Carl Rogers' theory of self-actualization. So, who was Carl Rogers? Carl Rogers was born on January 8, 1902 and died on February 4, 1987. He created client-centered therapy and he was known for his client-centered therapy. He received a bachelor degree in history in 1924 at the University of Wisconsin. His master's degree in history in 1926 and his doctorate in psychology in 1931 at Columbia University. So Rogers attained the presidency of the American Psychological Association because he was elected to the role. During the last year of his life, in 1987, he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. During his life, his most well-known book were Client-Centered Therapy. It's currently Implication, Practice, and Theory on 1951 on Becoming a Person. A therapist viewed a psychotherapy in 1961 and a way of being in 1980. The humanistic approach states that the self is composed of concepts unique to ourselves. The self concept includes three components. First, self-worth or self-esteem. Second, the self-image, and third is the real or the ideal self. Is self-worth? First, self-worth or self-esteem is a set of beliefs we hold about ourselves. For Rogers, self-worth was heavily influenced by early childhood. He believed that for positive self-worth to develop, it was important for children to receive unconditional positive regard. Self-image. It is how we see ourselves, which is important to good psychological health. So Carl Rogers, a humanistic psychologist, believed that self-image is how a person sees themselves in the present moment. Self-image is a component of self-concept, which also includes ideal self and self-esteem. So, self-image is how a person sees themselves in the present moment, includes physical characteristics, personal traits, and social rules. Can be inflated, meaning it doesn't match reality. Can be positive or negative for some aspects of the self. According to Carl Rogers, a humanistic psychologist, believed that the ideal self is the person someone wants to be, and that it's a goal people should work towards. Rogers believed that people should strive for consistency between their ideal self and their real self. So what is the ideal self? The ideal self is the person someone wants to be with the qualities they want to have. It's the person someone envisions themselves as if they were exactly who they wanted to be. It's also the person someone strives to be and the person who wants to achieve their goals and ambitions. Carl Rogers' humanistic perspective of a person-centered therapy is a therapeutic approach that emphasizes the client role in therapy and the importance of creating a safe and supportive environment. Self-theory, self or self-concept, refers to how we see and describe ourselves in positive and negative ways. So Carl Rogers' self-concept theory is a humanistic psychology theory that explains how a person's self-concepts affect their personality. Rogers believed that people strive for self-actualization, which is when their self-concept, self-worth, and ideal self align. Ideal self based in our hopes and wishes, how we would like to see ourselves, while the real self is based on actual experiences on how we really see ourselves. So Carl Rogers' self-concept theory is a humanistic psychology theory that explains how a person's self-concept affects their personality. Rogers' person-centered perspective. Rogers agreed that people have natural tendencies to grow, become healthy, move towards self-actualization, that the three conditions that facilitate growth. First is the genuineness, second is the acceptance or unconditional positive regard, and the third is the empathy. Genuineness, being open with your own feelings, dropping your facade, being transparent, and self-disclosing. So genuineness, unconditional positive regard or UPR, and empathy are three conditions that facilitate personal growth and therapeutic change. These conditions are central to Carl Rogers' person-centered therapy. Acceptance or unconditional positive regards. An attitude of acceptance regardless of circumstances. Accepting yourself or others completely. So unconditional positive regards is the therapist accepts and values the client without judgment. The therapist provides supports and caring, and the client feels safe to share their thoughts and feelings. Empathy, listening, sharing, and understanding, mirroring feelings, and reflecting their meanings. So empathy is the therapist understands the client's thoughts and feelings. The therapist is attuned to that client's emotional states, and the therapist shares the client perspective. According to Rogers, the important tool in human self-actualization is the development of an image of oneself or the self-concepts.
Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers were both humanistic psychologists who believed in the potential for personal growth and self-actualization. They both emphasized the importance of free will, self-determination, and the individual's subjective experiences. So their similarities is humanistic approach. Maslow and Rogers were influential figures in the humanistic approach to psychology, which emphasizes self-actualization and free will. So next is self-actualization. Both Maslow and Rogers believe that self-actualization is the optimal psychological state for all people. So next is personal growth. Both Maslow and Rogers believe that people have the potential to grow and become the best version of themselves. So next is the importance of environment. So both Maslow and Rogers believe that certain conditions are necessary for people to reach their full potential. So their differences is hierarchy of needs. So Maslow's theory of a hierarchy of needs suggests that people must fulfill basic needs before they can progress to higher levels. So unconditional positive regard. So Rogers emphasized the importance of a nurturing environment and unconditional positive regard from the therapists.